Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 2, week 9 of our journey together. Yes, day number 2, week 9 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here. The last thing that we did, which is yesterday, anyone can remember what was the topic?
Nothing.
I can remember.
Circumference of a circle.
Very good, circumference of the circle. And what do we say the circumference of the circle is? That's the what? Remember the distance around the what? Anyone can remember what do we mean when we say circumference of a circle? Anyone can answer?
The distance around the shape.
The distance around the what shape we was talking about yesterday? What shape were we talking about yesterday?
Circle. Radius.
Circle. So the circumference is the distance around the circle. And so what we were finding yesterday was the circumference using the special form that we got. Today we're also gonna find the circumference of the circle. But this time when we are given the diameter, all right? So let's deal with that. So topics. Circumference of a circle. Part 2. So the radius of a circle is what? It's half of the diameter of a circle. So if you want to figure out the radius and we have the diameter, what we have to do is we have to half it. So the radius is half of the diameter of a circle. So it's going to be half of it. Okay, so it starts, it is a line segment. It is a line segment that starts at the end, start at the center of the circle and ends at the edge of the circle. Now, when we talk about the diameter of the circle, that is also a chord, but it's a chord that runs from end to end of the circle and it must pass through the center, okay? So the diameter of a circle is a line that passes through the center of the circle and meets the circumference at opposite ends. The diameter is twice as long as the radius. So that's the connection between the diameter and the radius. The diameter is twice as long as the radius, right? And the radius is half the length of the diameter, all right? So diameter twice as long, radius half the length of the diameter. The radius of the circle, like I said, starts from the center of the circle and goes to the circumference of the circle. And the diameter of the circle starts from one end of the circle and ends at the other end of the circle, but it must pass through the center of the circle. All right, so that's very important. Don't take that for granted. It must pass through the center of the circle. If it doesn't pass through the center of the circle, it's just simply a chord. Okay, so let's put that in, some sort of description here. So let me say we have the circle, all right, and let's say we have this circle, and let's say that we have this line that goes from here to here, and we have it like this. And let's say that I increase the length, the width of this, so that's such that it's like this. All right. I want you to put inside the chat for this line right there. Put inside the chat, is it the radius or is it the diameter? So inside the chat, for this circle right there, this same line, is this line the radius or is this line the diameter of the circle? Again, put your answer inside the chat. Is this line right there, is it the radius, all right? Or is it the diameter of the circle? The same line right there, is it the radius or is it the diameter of the circle? Put your answer inside the chat, please. If it's the radius, put radius. If it's the diameter, put the diameter inside the chat. So the same circle here, we have a line segment that is represented here. Is this the radius or is this the diameter? Put your answer inside the chat, please. I need more persons answering, please. I need more persons answering. Put your answer inside the chat, please. Is this line right here, is it the radius or is it the diameter of the circle? Again, put your answer inside the chat for me. Let's look inside the chat. Haley, Kikivet, Latavia. A lot of persons are saying it is the radius. Why do you say it's the radius? Why do you say it's the radius? Anyone can answer?
Because it's only half of
It's half the diameter of the circle.
Very good. It's half. It goes from one end of the circle. So it starts at the middle, right? It starts at the center and it goes to one end of the circumference, all right? One end of the circle to the edge of the circle. So it's just the radius. So let's put radius there. It's just the radius. So we're gonna put radius for this line right there, radius. So let's do that. This right here is what we call the radius. So radius is RADIUS. That's the radius of the circle. Radius. So we're gonna put radius for right there. Now, I'm going to do another shape under another line. And this line right there goes all the way. Inside the chart, if you think that this line is the circumference, then put C. If you think it's the diameter, then put D. The same line right there. If you think it's the circumference, put C. If you think it's the diameter, put D. This line right here. All right, this line right there. Is it the circumference or is it the diameter? Yes, Sarah?
Are you writing down the circles?
Yes, you draw in the circles, yes. By the way, draw the circles and use a compass to draw the circles. And make sure if you don't have a compass, use a circular edge. But for this one, this same second circle, right? Write D for diameter or write C for circumference. Do you think that this line right there, is it the diameter or is it the circumference of the circle? All right, put your hands inside the chat for me. Kaden says D. Destiny, Chai, Namaya, Latavia, Rashid, Santos, Dion, Marquise, Malia, China, Malik, Egypt, Chardonnay, Jessica, Waterfall, Anastasia, Olivia, Aliyah, Kiajane, Lava, Kevin, Namaya, Haley, K-Mark, Percenti, Latavia, Dwayne, Marquise, Jessica, China, Dion, Egypt. A lot of you are saying that it is the radius. All right. No, not radius. A lot of you saying that it is the diameter. Yes. Why do you think that this is the diameter and not the circumference? Why do you think that this is?
Because it's the full circle.
Say it again. Because it's the
full circle.
Because this line goes from end to end. Remember when we define the diameter circle, it's a line that what passes through the center of the circle and meets the circumference at opposite ends. So it, like Lava said, it goes from end to end. So it is the diameter. This is the diameter right now. Diameter right there. So this is the diameter right there. So the diameter is there and the radius is there. All right. So this is a very important note that we need to make, that we need to make a note of. I'm going to put the note right here in this box. So let's use sort of a shape here. And let's do this here. Is Lanaya here? Is Lanaya here? Lanaya, are you here? Where's Lanaya? All right, so let's write this down. So the thing that we're gonna write down is this. When finding the circumference, right? So if you're trying to find the circumference and they give you the diameter, okay? So let's say you're trying to find the circumference and they give you the diameter. In order to figure it out, all you need to do is divide. So when finding the circumference and you are given the diameter of the circle, you must divide the diameter by what? You must divide the diameter by what? By what?
By 2.
By 2. Very
2.
good. By 2 in order to use the formula. Remember that the formula for the circumference of the circle is what? What's the formula? We said it yesterday. The formula is going to be what? 2 times what?
Pi.
Pi, yeah. 2 times pi. 2 pi. That's not pi. 2 times pi times what?
Radius.
Times r. Very good. So when you're trying to find the circumference of the circle and they give you the diameter, you can say, okay, since you give me the diameter, well, in order to use my formula, I have to divide the diameter by 2 in order to basically answer the question. So for the ones that we're going to be doing today, in order to first find the radius, we're gonna have to divide that diameter by 2. I mean, yes, we're gonna have to divide the diameter by 2 to get the radius because we want half of the diameter. All right. So let's recap, quick recap. Can you all let me know?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, bro.
quick recap. The radius is half of the diameter, half of the diameter. It is the line segment, like they say, this is the radius, a line segment that starts at the center of the circle and it goes all the way to the edge of the circle or to the circumference of the circle. The diameter on the other side, on the other hand, is a line that passes through the center of the circle and meets at the circumference at opposite ends. All right. The diameter is twice as long as the radius, so twice as long as the radius. Okay. So that's what we mean by the diameter. So if you're trying to find the circumference of the circle and they give you the diameter, how will you find the circumference of the circle? What must you do with the diameter? You must do what?
Divided by 2.
You must divide it by 2. Very good. You must divide it by 2. All right. Why you're dividing by 2? Because you're trying to find the radius and the radius is half of the diameter. All right. So that's how we're going to do it. All right. Are we done with this slide? Can I move it?
Yes, sir.
No,
Yes.
sir. No, sir. No, sir.
No, people are still writing. Okay. China, what is the circumference of the circle formula? What's the formula we use for the circumference of the circle? China. Where's China? China, are you there? I can't hear from China. I'm gonna ask Lavar Brown, what is the formula for the circumference of the circle that we use?
3.14.
No, that's the formula. That's for pi. What is the formula for the circumference of the circle? Anyone can help him? What's the formula we use for the
2
circumference of the
pi
circle?
r, 2 pi,
Pi radius.
2 pi r. Very
2 pi
good.
r.
2 pi r. What is the operation between these? Is it addition? Is it multiplication? Is it division? What's the operation?
Multiplication.
Very good. Multiplication. Next up. Egypt. Where's Egypt? Is Egypt there?
Yes, sir.
What is the approximation for pi that we use in the questions? What is the approximation for pi that we use in the questions?
Pardon?
What is the approximation for pi that we use in the questions? Like, what is pi equal to?
3.4.
I said angel. Not angel, sorry. I said Egypt. What is pi equal to, Egypt?
Oh my God.
I can't hear you. You have to speak into the mic. What is pi equal to?
2.14.
3.14. All right. Good. Kaden, what is pi equal to?
3.14.
3.14. Very good. China, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I was telling you the answer, but I don't think you could hear me.
I can tell you now. I was asking you, what is the formula for the circumference of the circle?
2 times pi times r.
Very good. 2 times pi times r. And Dion, what happens if they give us the diameter of the circle instead of the radius, what do we do in that case?
We will divide it by 2.
We divide it by 2. Very good. All right, so let's do an example wherein we have to divide the radius by 2 and see how we get that. So examples. By the way, for those who do not have this slide, I'm going to put inside the chat. For those who do not have this slide, I'm going to put inside the chat. Again, for those who do not have the slide, I'm going to put inside the chat so that you can still benefit from it. But let's go to the examples. So in each case, we want to find the circumference of the circle. So in each case, find the circumference of the circle using pi as 3.14. So in these questions, we only use the approximation for pi, where pi is equal to 3.14. So let's do this. I only want to do 2. I think 2 would suffice. So let's say that we have this circle. I want to So let's say that we have something like this, and we say that we have the diameter, like so. So let's say that the diameter in this case is 12 centimeters. And again, our goal is to find the circumference of the circle. And let's say that the diameter here is 12 centimeters. Let me put this in white so that you can have some contrast there. All right, perfect. So we know that the diameter is 12 centimeters. We're going to use our formula again. Again, what is the formula? The formula is what?
2 times pi times r.
Very good. 2 times pi times r. But the first thing that we have to do is we have to figure out what r is. All right, so let's figure out what r is. How are we going to get the radius? If the diameter is 12, what is the radius?
10.
The radius is 10. What?
6.
If the radius is what?
6.
So r is going to be equal to 12 divided by what? 2, which is what?
6.
Just 6. Very good. So the radius, r, is 6 centimeters. And so what that means is that we're going to multiply 2 times pi. What is pi? What do we say pi is? Pi is what?
3.14.
3.14.
3.14. It's going to be multiplied by 3.14. And what is r? In this case, r is going to be what?
Radius.
Radius, which is 6 centimeters. And so we have to multiply. So let's get multiplying. And we're going to multiply 2 by 3.14. So we have 3.14 multiplied by what? 2, right? Now question, what is 2 times 4?
8.
8,
Eight.
very good. And what is 2 times 1?
2.
2. 2, very good. And what is 3 times 2?
6.
6, very good. So we have,
6.
so it's going to be 6 point what?
28.
6.28. Very good. So we have 6.28. So this equals to 6.28. If you think you know the answer, you can put your answer inside the chat. But this is 6.28. Now we have to multiply 6.28 by 6. So let's do that. So we have 6.28. Again, we have 6.28 multiplied by 6. What is 6 times 8? That's going to be what?
48.
48. Very good, 48. We put the 8 down. We put the 4 above. What is 6 times 2?
12.
12 plus 2. Plus 4.
16.
16. Good. We put the 6 down. And the 1 above. What is 6 times 6? It's going to be what?
36.
36 plus 1 is
37.
37. Very good. So it's going to be 37. Point what?
0.68.
0.68. Good. So the answer here, therefore, is going to be 37.68. So it's going to be 37.68. Good. By the way, any questions on how we got 37.68? Are we good?
But, I got with this one, but Mr. Petit, remember the one with like what you used to do with the 2? Like I actually asked one number 6. What if you do it like with the 2 numbers? That's what I want to see.
Or 2 numbers?
Like when you divide by the 2 numbers.
What do you mean, like yesterday?
Yeah, so.
This is exactly like what we did yesterday. Because remember yesterday, what we had was, yesterday we didn't divide by 2 numbers, but yesterday we divide by 2. So look at this. We had 8, remember? And the diameter was 8. And when we divide by 2, it
Not
becomes
that one, the one where you were 17, remember?
7. Oh, I understand. Okay, I got you. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, I do. I understand now. Okay, so this one is 37.68. It's going to be 6.28 multiplied by 6. So it's going to be 37.68. All right, any questions on this? On how we got our answer?
No, sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
What's the question, Javin?
I do not understand.
How come you don't understand? Did you come late?
Yes, sir, because my tablet keep connecting now.
All right, so Javin, this is what we did. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find out what is the radius, because the formula for the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. All right. And so r is the radius. All right. And we know that they gave us the diameter, but the diameter, we don't want the diameter. We want the radius. So in order to find the circumference, we have to divide 12 by what? By 2, because the diameter is half of the radius. So we do r, which is the radius, and we divide that by 2 to get 6. You understand that, Jevin?
Yes, sir.
Now, we have 2 times pi times r. What is pi? Pi is what? 3.14. And what is r? R is 6. Multiplying 2 times 3.14, we get 6.28. That's how we get that. And then when you multiply 6 times 6.28, you get 37.68. And so that's how we get 36.37. Sorry, that's how we get 37.68 centimeters. You understand that, Jevin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Joseph.
Yes, sir.
Why are you always coming late to my class? Hello, why Why you can't be oversleeping, bro? You have to stop that. You have to stop that, man. That's silly. And now you enter in the class and you barely understand what to do. Stop oversleeping, or else I will tell your mommy and your daddy that you oversleeping. And that they don't need what?
This the same assignment from yesterday.
No. I don't move no goalposts. I said stop sleeping when it's time for class. That's what I said. Do you understand that part?
Yes, sir.
Because you always come in late. It's 6:34, man. If you're not interested in the classes, tell your parents stop paying. Because it doesn't make sense for them to be paying and you come in the class late every day.
It's not that.
Just stop oversleeping. That's my point. Because if you aren't oversleeping, it's oh, you forget or some foolishness. Stop oversleeping, man, and come to class on time. And then the first thing I say, oh, I don't understand. Understand some of y'all, man. All right, so for this one, we have, let's not use 12. We could use, let's use 26. All right, so 26 is going to be the diameter. So what's the radius? So the circumference is 2 times pi times r. What is the radius if the
13.
diameter is 26 centimeters? What's the
13.
radius?
26 divided by 2
26
equals
26 divided by 2. So we have r, right? Which is the radius. It's gonna be equal to 26, sorry. Divided by what?
2,
Divided by 2, very good. And 26 divided by 2 is what?
13.
13, very good. All right, and so that's 13. And so that means that the radius is equal to 13. All right. Now, since the radius is equal to 13, we are going to do 2 times pi times r. So what's the next thing? We're gonna do what? 2 times pi times what? 26 or 13?
13.
13, very good. And we use 13 because 13 is the radius. So 2 times 3.14 times 13, and that'll be that. Next, we have 2 times 3.14 times 13. What do we do at this point?
Multiply.
Multiply, very good. So we have to multiply 2 times 3.14, so let's do that. So we know that 3.14, we have to multiply that by 2. For those who think they know how to get the answer, you can put the final answer in the chat. What is 2 times 4? That's going to be what? 8. 2 times 1 is 2.
2.
And 2 times 3 is 6. So that's once again, that is 6.28. So that means that for this one, we're going to get 6.28. 6.28 multiplied by 13. So 6.28 multiplied by 13. That's how we get the circumference. Now we need to multiply 6.28 by 13. And let's multiply them together. We have 6.28 multiplied by 13. What is 3 times 8? That's going to be what?
24.
3 times 8 is 24. Put the 4 down. Put the 2 up. What is 3 times 2?
6,
6 plus 2,
8,
8,
8. Very good. What is 3 times 6? That's going to be what?
18.
18. Good. So we're done, right?
No, sir.
No, what do we have to do at this point?
Multiply the 1 and put the placeholder.
Put the placeholder. Very good, which is 0. So we say, now we have to multiply everything by 1. So what is 1 times 8? That's going to be what?
8.
8,
8. And 1 times 2 is
2.
2. And then 1 times 6 is
6.
6,
6. And then we have to add the 2. It's going to be 4 plus 0 is
4,
4. 8 plus 8 is
16,
16. Put the 1 down. Put the 6 down, put the 1 up. 8 plus 2 plus 1 is
11,
11.
11.
And 6 plus 2 is 8.
7.
So it's going to be 81.64. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So it's going to be 81.64. So that's how we get that. All right. How many persons got that?
I get that now, Mr. Petit. Thank you so
I
much.
get it.
Very
I
good.
got it.
Very good. See some persons answering in the chat. Very good. So 81.64. All right. So are we ready for the grade exercises?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Good. So remember, if you're doing the diameter, you have to divide it by 2. You can't just put it there. You have to divide it by 2 if you're doing the diameter. If you are doing the radius, you don't need to divide it by 2. You can just use the radius just like that. But if you're using the diameter, then obviously you have to divide it by 2.
Mr. P.
Go ahead.
I came late to class. Can you send our first slide, please?
So the first slide,
Yes, sir.
we was explaining, I know Sabria also came late. So the first slide, we was explaining this. We was talking about the radius of the circle versus the diameter of the circle and what to do when we are giving the radius versus the diameter. If they give you the radius, then obviously for that one, you have to just use it out front. If they give you the diameter, then for that one, you have to divide it by 2. So those 2 slides I put inside the chat for the benefit of those persons who were not here.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
before we do the exercise, can you go over this one more time? Like, could you do one more example, please?
I can't do one example, but I can explain what we have here. So the idea
Okay.
here is that we have 2 pi r. What is r? R is the radius. Now the radius is defined as half of the diameter. So Akirio, what is half of 12?
Sure.
Half of 12 is 6. So that's why we use 6 here. You see that? Akirio?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, then we have to use 2 because that's a part of the formula. And pi is equal to what? According to the question, they say pi is equal to what?
3.14.
3.14. So we have 2 times 3.14 times 6. So we have to multiply 2 times 3.14. What is 2 times 3.14? That's going to be what? 6.28. That's what we got. Then we multiply the 6.28 times 6. And then that gives us 37.68. All right. Does that make sense, Akiro?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's go on to the grade exercise so that we can test ourselves on this concept. All right, so let's begin. So great exercise.
Yes, finally.
Let's say finally. Don't get them wrong now. Don't get them wrong.
Oh no, you won't get worried about that.
Yeah, right. Oh, Mr. Petite. Man, I forget. I forget about this.
That's a low blow, Mr. Petit.
I remember everything. Receipts. All right. So that's so for these ones, you are given, as a general rule, you are given the diameter and you have to determine the radius. Sorry, yeah, you are given the diameter, you have to determine the radius. Where's Latalia? Is Latalia here? I haven't heard from Latalia all week. China, what happened to Latalia? Oh, I probably asked the wrong person. Taya, where's Taya?
Yes, sir.
What happened to Latalia?
I don't know.
You don't know? And you should know, unless like
No,
your family or something like that.
that's my cousin, but I don't live with her.
I need to know what happened to Latavia because she's missing the most important class, which is her health science class, not health, general.
She needs that.
Mr. Petit, you want writing voice?
All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And so for these ones, we want to determine the circumference of the circle, recognizing that pi is equal to 3.14. Now, what's noteworthy is that they could say that pi is equal to something else. So sometimes they might say pi is equal to 3. Sometimes they might say pi is equal to 3.14. But you have to use whatever they say pi is. And I really want to emphasize that. Again, sometimes they say pi is equal to 3.14. Sometimes they say pi is equal to 3. Sometimes they say pi is equal to 3.142. Whatever they say pi is equal to, you have to use that version of pi that they're using to answer your question. So pi is not always going to be 3.14. So just keep that in mind when you go on your exam. Use the version of pi that they give you. All right, so that's very important for you to remember. Yeah. So all right, so we have this one. Remember, for when you're drawing these circles, make sure you use a compass to draw the circles, or a circular edge. So for this one, we have that the diameter is equal to 16. And let's say that for this one, we have that the diameter is equal to 24. Let's say that for this one, we have, let's say that for the third one, we have that the diameter is represented in terms of this way. Either way, it's still the diameter as long as it passes through the center of the circle. Let's say that this is say that this is 32.
Mr. Baty.
Hello. Yes, I was trying to reach you
Yes, sir.
earlier. There is no solutions manual.
What?
You are the solutions manual.
What?
Yeah, I need you to that's I just want you to try them and then I'll mark them and then we can see it from there. But I don't know solutions manual for that. No training wheels.
But I have not learned how to ride the bike yet. This is torture.
You've been learning how to ride the bike on training wheels. Now it's time to have the courage to ride without training wheels. Which questions in particular is giving you a hard time?
I mean, I saw them, but I just wanted to see if they was right.
Okay, how much did you do? All of them?
No, sir.
Okay, then we'll finish the rest and then after class we can look over it and see how many you got right.
Yes, sir. Yay.
The enthusiasm is convincing.
I try.
That is so crazy, man. All right, that's what I'll say for this one. let's say this is let's say this is 10. And let's say that for this one, we have it coming all the way up and down. And so let's say that this one is let's say this is 25. Let's use feet for this. See now we keep on using centimeters. And then for the last one, let's say that we have so we have 18 yards. All right, good stuff. So for this, we have let's say that this is number 1. Let's say that this one here is number 2. Let's say that this one here is number 3. Let's say that this is number 4. This is number 5. And this is number 6. All right. Aaron Claire, where's Aaron? Aaron, are you there? Is Aaron here?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
What number are you on?
I'm on number 2.
Okay, once you finish with the work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Dion?
Is number 5 supposed to be 25?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 25.
Yes, sir.
Johnny, what number are you on? Johnny, what number are you on?
I'm on number 1.
Okay, do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Aaliyah Store, what number are you on?
Number 6.
You understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
And Anastasia, what number are you on?
Hi, number 6.
And you understand what to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How about Angel? Angel, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What number are you on?
Number 3.
Number 3? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. And Santos, you have a question?
Yes, sir. I don't understand.
Say it again.
I don't understand.
You don't understand? Okay. Were you here earlier?
Yes, sir.
So how come you just let me know that you understand what's happening?
I was getting on. I don't know. Hey, what to do for the voice part?
For the first part, okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's look at number 1. What you have so far for number 1? What you have so far for number 1? What is half of it, of 16?
8.
8, good. So what's the radius?
6 on 16.
Now okay, what is the diameter?
16.
16, very good.
And the radius is 8.
And the radius is 8. Good. So it's going to be 2 times 3.14 times what?
Times 8.
Times 8. Good. All right. So that's
Thank
how
you.
you.
Now I understand. Thank you.
Yeah. Angel, what number you on?
I'm on number 3.
Good. And hey, bad percenti, what number you on?
Number 2.
Okay, good. And Hayden George, what number you on?
I am on number 4, Mr. Petit.
Okay.
Mr. Petit, can you explain number 1 one more time, please?
Okay, so for number 1, we know that the diameter is what? What's the diameter?
16.
Good, 16. So, but for the formula, we need the radius. So,
Radius is 8.
very good. So it's going to be 2 times 3.14 times what?
8.
Times 8. Good. All right. Chai, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Good. And China, what number you on?
Number 5.
5. Sierra Rackley, what number you on?
4.
Number 4. Good. Denisha, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Good. And Dion, what number you on?
I'm finished. I sent everything to you already.
Okay, good. And Dornick, what number you on?
5.
Number 5. Dwayne, what number you on? Where's Dwayne? Dwayne, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. For those who are finished with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Egypt, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. Good. Erwin, what number you on? Erwin, what number you on? Can't have from Erwin. Shion, what number you on?
Number 5.
All right. And Haley, what number you on?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I'm confused on number 5 because for the diameter you have 25 and 25 is not divisible by 2.
It'll give you a decimal, right?
Mhm.
So use the decimal.
Okay, thank you.
And Jabez, what number are you on?
Yes, sir.
What number are you on?
Oh, I'm on number 5. Going on number 5.
Good. And Haley and Bristol, what number are you on? Where's Haley? Can't hear from Haley. Jalen, what number are you on? Jalen?
On number 5.
Number 5. Janelle, what number are you on? Janelle, what number are you on? Janelle? Where's Janelle?
Yes, sir.
What number are you on?
Number 5.
Good. And Jevin, what number are you on?
Having problem.
Say it again.
I have a problem.
Having problem? Let's start with number 1. What'd you up for number 1? What's the diameter for number 1?
I got 20.
Say it again. What you got?
Like 16, and
Okay.
I divide 16 by 2, which is 8.
Yeah. So it's gonna be 2 times what?
3.14.
Times what?
8.
Say it again.
8.
Okay. And what did I give you?
3.64.
Say it again.
3.64.
No. No. No, you multiplying wrong. Multiply 3. First multiply 2 times 3.14. Then multiply 6.28 by 8. Okay, and then you can get your answer.
Thank you.
Jeremiah, what number are you on? Jeremiah Johnson, what number are you on? Where's Jeremiah? I can't hear from Jeremiah. Jeremy Lines, what number are you on, Jeremy? Jeremy Lines,
Yes, sir.
what number are you on?
I am on number 3.
Okay, Jeremiah. How come you're not answering in the chat, in the class?
My mic's not working, but I answered in the chat.
Okay, what number are you on?
Number 5.
Okay. Haley said number 2. Okay, and Jessica Wilson, what number are you on?
I finish it and send my work to you.
Okay. And Justin, what number are you on? Justin Cash, what number are you on? Justin Cash, what number are you on?
Mr. P.
Yes, go ahead.
I lost for the last one.
You lost for the last one?
Well, I lost, but like I forget how to start it.
Forget how to start it?
Oh, it's the same thing as the last.
I'm not
5.
sure. I don't know. I don't know how to do maths. Kmar, where's Kmar?
Right here.
What number you on?
Number 5.
Okay, and Kiajne Bethel, what number you on? Kiajne Bethel, what number you on?
6.
Number 6. For those who are already done with the work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those who are done, take a picture of the work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Kevin, what number you on? Kevin, what number you on?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I'm confused for number 5.
Okay, we'll do that together. Kevin, what number you on? Where's Kevin?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, what number you on?
Finish, I already sent you the notes.
Where's your sister?
She right on the side of me.
Okay. Why did y'all come late to class today?
We ain't
Come
come
late.
late.
We come on time.
No, I remember seeing y'all come like, I'm seeing y'all. Y'all didn't come at
No,
6
we didn't.
o'clock.
We didn't leave. We didn't leave because it
because
was
the
freaking
sprinkler
out. Then we
open
had to log back in.
Okay. And Latavia, what number you on?
Mr. Petit, I finished. I send it to you now.
Good. Latavia, what number you on?
Number 6.
Number 6. Okay. And Lavea Brown, what number you on?
Are you finished?
Did you send the work to me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually do these questions.
Never mind, Mr. P. I remember how to do it.
Okay, good. So for the first one, what are we gonna have? The circumference is equal to what? 2 times what?
R
2 times 3.14 times what?
8.
Times 8, right? Times 8. Why 8 and not 16?
Because you have to
divide
use half.
16. Give you
Very
8.
good. And then what's your answer?
8.
What's your answer?
1.24.
2 times 3.14 times 8. What you get?
Oh, 50.24.
50.24. Very good. 50.24. How many persons got that?
I did.
Good.
I got it, Mr.
I
Petit.
got it.
I got
Very,
it.
very good. Without using a calculator.
I got it. I got it.
Very good. So let's use let's do the second one. What do we have for them? Second one. C is equal to what? 2 times 3.14 times what? What is 24 divided by 2?
12.
12.
12.
So you have 12. Yeah. What is your final answer when you multiply everything?
75.36.
75.36.
75.36.
75.36 is gonna be 75.36 centimeters or meters?
Centimeters. I got that too.
Centimeters, very good. If you got that right, you can put a tick. If you got it wrong, make sure I make your
I
correction.
got it.
Good. Any questions so far? Any questions from anyone on how we getting our answers? Akiro, where's Akiro?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bidi.
Go ahead, Lava.
Like, I don't understand how you'll get 12 for number 2.
Oh, we
When you
divide.
multiply.
No, we divide 24 by 2. Because remember, you have to use half of this. You have to use half of 24. Like you can't use, okay, like Lava, like for 16, we use 8. because you use half of it. And then for 24, we use 12 because you use half of it. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
So what's the next question you have?
That's what.
I said, okay. So we have 2 times 3.14 times 12, which give us 75.36. Now let's do number 3. What is that? C is equal to what? 2 times what? 3.14.
3.14.
Mm-hmm.
Times 16.
Times
16.
what is half
16.
of 32?
16.
16. So 32 divided by 2 is going to be 16. So we got 16. And that's going to be equal to what?
100.48.
100.48.
100 point what?
100 point what?
48.
48.
Yes, sir, you're right. I got that.
So 100.48 centimeters. Maybe persons got that.
Me.
I got it wrong.
Very good. Very good. If you got it right, please put a tick.
I got that.
Very good. And so let's go on to number 4. We have number 4. We have number 4 should have been easy. We have C is equal to what?
31 or
2 times what?
2 times 3.14 times 5.
3.14. How did you get 5?
Because I divide
Divide 10 by 2, right?
Yes, sir.
That gives you what? 5.
5.
And what you get when you multiply everything?
I get 31.40 centimeters.
31.4. Very good. 31.4. 0 centimeters. Now, if you got that, let me hear you. Who all got that for number
Me.
4?
Yes, sir. I got
Kidding.
Excellent. Excellent job. And this one, number 5. What everybody have a problem with.
I think I get number 5 right. I ain't gonna lie with you, Mr. D.
What is R? R is going to be what? 25
12.
divided by what?
2.
Divided by 2. What is 25 divided by 2?
12,
Be 12.5.
12.5.
12.5.
All right. Now, so R is going to be equal to 12.50. So that means that C is going to be equal to 2 times what? 3.14
3.14.
times what?
12.5.
12.5.
12.5. Good. And that equals to
78.50.
78.5.
78.50. Very good. So 78.50. All right, and last but by no means least, we have Owason feet. Now, how many persons got number 5? Number 5 was tricky.
I did.
Oh, number 5 is actually easy.
I feel like
I get that.
All
Yeah,
right.
you're done.
All right, good. Now let's look at the last one, number 6. What do we have for number 6? C is equal to what?
2 times
2 times
3.14.
2 times 3.14 times what?
Times
18.
times 9. Which is
Times 9. Okay.
Times
Yes.
18.
Times 9.
Times 9.
Times 18.
Times 9.
Times 18.
Times 9 or 18?
18, because it's radius.
Why?
Oh, this is the radius. Oh, I get it mixed up.
Why what is 18 divided by 2?
9.
9. So why are we using 9?
Because it's a
No,
radius,
because it's
not a
already a
diagonal
radius.
full to go into each corner.
Because
It's a
what?
radius. Because 18
Because
is
it's
the
not a
radius.
diameter.
18 is
That's
the
not a
radius.
diameter circle.
Very
It's not
good.
a diameter.
It's already a radius, so we can't divide it by 2. We have to use what? 18. Okay. How many persons got that? How many persons saw that?
No, I get it.
No?
I did.
Good. Very good. And so when you multiply it, what you have? 2 times 3.14 times 18 is going to be what?
13.04.
Very good.
I got that.
Very good.
That's all right for me.
113.04. 0.04 yards. So how many persons got that?
I did.
Very good. Anyone else?
Me.
Okay, good. How many persons got all right? We got all right. Let me hear you.
I did.
Olivia,
Me.
Kaden.
I get number one
I
wrong.
get one.
One wrong.
I
Okay,
get number
Jessica.
5 wrong because I got mixed up.
Okay.
All right.
All
That
right.
was close.
Close. Okay. All right. If you think that you understand this topic, please put I in the chat. If you think you understand the topic, please put I. If you don't understand it, please put N. If you feel like you understand it, put I. If you feel like you don't understand it, please put N. All right.
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
you could help me understand number 5 because I had 12. Test set 12.50.
Because you divide wrong. Your problem is division, Shion. It's not understanding it. You have a problem dividing and multiplying. That's your problem. So you have to go and refresh them stuff, because if you don't know how to divide and multiply, then you keep on getting them wrong. So you have to know how to divide when it comes to decimal, because when you finish, you have the
I got all but this one with the.
That's what I'm saying, because it involves a decimal. So the idea is that when you divide it by 2, you stop at 12, but you have to continue dividing. And so that's the problem right there. So for those who got that wrong, let me show y'all your problem. The problem is that when you're dividing by 25, so you have 2 into 25. Okay, how much times 2 goes into 25?
12 times.
12 times, right? Now, some people, when they say 12 times, they would say, okay, 12 times, put that there. 2 times 12 is 24, put 1. And many persons may say, oh, 12 remain the 1, okay? That's what some person might think, but we are not in grade 2. So we have to put a decimal point right there. That decimal point gives us the permission to add an imaginary 0. And so now we have to say how much times 2 goes into 10. Well, 2 goes into 10 5 times. So 2 times 5 is 10. We subtract, and the answer is 12.5. So that's how you get 12.5 instead of 12. All right. So let's do, so most persons said that they understand with the I. Good. Oh, I didn't get no one who said N. All right, so let's go. All right, so my question is, right? What do we call half of a circle?
Radius.
A radius.
No. No. I said, what do we call half of a circle?
1/2.
No.
The diameter or no?
No. Okay, so the next section is finding the circumference of a semicircle. So we say that half of a circle is called the what? It's called the what?
Semicircle.
Radius.
No. Half of
Semicircle.
a circle is called a semicircle. I didn't say half of the diameter. I say half of a circle. It's called a semicircle. The formula for finding the circumference of a semicircle is the following. It's going to be pi r, because the idea is that, okay, if you want the circumference of a full circle, you know it's going to be 2 pi r, right? But if you want if you want the circumference of a semicircle, it's going to be 2 pi r divided by 2. Okay, cancel. So you're left with pi r. So that's the circumference of a semicircle. Now, there might be a next part of it. Let me check. So, circumference of semicircle. Let's say semicircle. We want to, go ahead.
I'm not sure how am I supposed to start it.
You know how to start it?
Like I have ideas, but I just don't know like how to start it off.
Start with an introduction. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So if we want the perimeter, not the area, but if we want the perimeter of the semicircle, it's going to be pi r plus the diameter. Okay, sure enough. So they want, okay, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. That makes sense. So it's going to be pi r plus the diameter. Good. So it's going to be pi r. Is it plus the diameter, right? Plus d. Yeah. Good. This is going to be pi r. Insert. So it's pi r. There's pi r plus d, where d, where r, you know what, let's not do pi r plus d. That don't make no sense. Let's just do pi r plus 2r, just so that everything would be in r. So for finding the circumference of the semicircle, it's pi r plus 2r, where r is the radius of the circle. Let's make everything simple. All right, so let's do an example. So again, this is a semicircle. So semicircle is going to be half of a circle. So in the exam, if they ask you to find the circumference of half of a circle, you could be able to know what to do. So half of a circle is a semicircle, and the formula for finding the radius of the formula for finding the circumference of a semicircle is pi r plus 2r, or basically pi r plus d. So let's do an example. Okay. Bum, bada, bum, bum. Let's see if do we have any shapes, semicircle shapes. I don't see none. See more flow charts. So let me go online to find a semicircle. So a semicircle, like I said, is half of a circle. And so we could use something like this. Let's see. Perfect. Much better. So let's use this as a half of a circle. So we call a semicircle. All right. So if they say they want you to find the circumference of this semicircle, then you would know what to do. So let's do our first example. So example number 1 or examples. So find the circumference of the semicircles where pi is equal to 3.14. So pi is equal to 3.14. We want to find the area, not the area, but we want to find the circumference of the semicircle. All right, so let's do the first one. I'm going to separate them so such that we have now this is different because the formula that we're going to use is not 2 pi r squared. I mean, it's not 2 pi r. The formula we're going to use for this is just pi r plus 2r. So let's say that it's going to be weird, but nonetheless, we're going to do it. So let's say that so this is 8 centimeters. And let's say that, let me just be clear. To be clear, let me just make it very obvious that we're talking about this part. So let's say that let's say that from here to here, right, it's 8 centimeters. All right, so remember what the formula is. So we're trying to find the circumference of the semicircle, not the circle anymore, the semicircles. We can't use 2 pi r. We have to use, what's the formula again for the semicircle? What did they say? The formula is?
Pi r plus 2r.
Very good, pi r plus 2r. That's the formula for the circumference of the circle, pi r plus 2r. Now, what is the radius of the circle? I mean, yeah, of this semicircle, what is the radius?
8.
The radius is 8, very good. Why isn't the radius 4?
Because the radius is not a diameter.
Very good. So we already know that half of it is 8, so we got that. So r is 4, r is 8, so that's good. So all we need to do now is substitute. So we know that r is 8 and pi is 3.14, so it's going to be equal to, what is pi? Pi is what? 3.14?
3.14.
Good. And what is r? R
times
is
8.
very good. R is 8. So multiplied by 8. Okay, so let me put this in brackets. And then what is 2 times r? That's gonna be what? What is r?
2 times 8.
2 times 8. Very good. So let me put this also in brackets. So basically what we have now is we have 3.4 times 8 and 2 times 8. So basically pi times r plus 2 times r. So 3.14 times 8 plus 2 times 8. Okay. Now let's multiply. So what is 3.14 times 8? And let's see what we get. So 3.14 multiplied by 8. What is 8 times 4? That's gonna be what? 32?
32.
24. 32.
32. 8 times 1 is 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have 11, put the 1 down, put the 1 above. 8 times 3 is 24 plus 1, 25. So it's going to be 25 point what? 25.12. So we're going to put that there. So the circumference is going to be equal to 25 point what? 12 plus what is 2 times 8?
16.
16. Very good. And then now, so we have 25.12 plus 16. What is 25.12 plus 16? Let's add them. So
41.12.
25. Say it again.
41.12.
Okay, 41. So 25.2 plus 16. 16, we put 16 here in the tens place and in the ones place. And then this is gonna be 0. It's gonna be 0. 2 plus 0 is what? 2. 1 plus 0 is 1. Put the point there. 6 plus 5 is what?
11.
11. Put the 1 down. Put the 1 above. 2 plus 2 is what? 4.
4.
So the
41.
answer is 41 point what? 41.12. Very good. 41.12. So the answer is 41.12. 41.12 centimeters. 41.12 centimeters. All right. Good. Shadney, explain how we got 41.12 centimeters, please.
First, we found the circumference of the semicircle where pi equals 3.14. We found the radius, which is 8 centimeters, and then we did 3.14 times 8 plus 2 times 8, and then 3.14 times 8 equals to 25.12, and then you add 16 onto, and then you add 2 times 8, and 2 times 8 is 16, so you do 25.12 plus 16, and then you were able to get 41.12 centimeters.
Very good. Thank you. Kaden, how did we get 41.12? Yes, Tanisha. Kaden, how did we get 41.12?
The way we got to 41.12 is that we do the formula C equals pi by r plus 2r, Then we do C equals 3.14 because pi equals 3.14 times 8 because half of the circle is 8 centimeters, as we know. And then we use 2 times 8 because the 2 by R. And then we times 3.14 by 8, which gives us 25.12. And then we use that 25.12 plus that 16 would we times by 8 times 2, which is 16. Then we 25.12 by 6, plus 16, which is 41.12 centimeters. That's how we got 41.12 centimeters.
Very good. I need waterfall. Explain how we got 41.12. Waterfall, how do we get 41.12?
I'm not really sure.
You're not sure? What part you don't understand?
The second C. From
This
the
one?
beginning, actually,
This
yes,
one?
sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so first pi r plus 2r. We are using this formula right there. The same one. Because they say to find the circumference of a semicircle, you need pi r plus 2r. Okay. And so pi r plus 2r, what is r?
R is 8.
R is 8. And what is pi?
I is 3.14
Good. So it's going to be 3.14 times what?
times R.
And what is r?
8.
Very good. So 3.14 times 8 is what?
25.12.
Good. Plus what is 2 times r? What is r?
R is 8.
So it's going to be 2 times 8, which is?
16.
Good. And then we have 25.12 plus 16 is what?
And 41.12 centimeters.
You think you get it now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good. And I need Taya, explain how we got 41.12.
We got 41 by
Boy, Taya, you breaking up badly. I could barely hear you, Taya. You're breaking up badly. Let me ask Tanaj. Tanaj, how did we get 41.12? Tanaj Forbes. Where's Tanaj? Tanaj Forbes, are you there? I can't really hear from Tanaj. Stene Penniman, are you there? Stene, are you there? Stene Penniman? Okay, you can't hear from Stene either. Stacy Pender, are you there? What happened to my assets today? Stacy, are you there? Stacy Pender?
Yes, sir. I'm out.
Okay, good. Can you explain how we got 41.12, please?
Okay. You start with the formula, which is pi. That's pi r, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus 2r.
Mm-hmm.
Then pi is 3.14.
Mm-hmm.
And you times that by 8. Then the answer what you get from that would be 25.12.
Mm-hmm.
Then you times 2 by 8, which is 16.
Mm-hmm.
Then you add those two answers together, which is 41.12 cm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Very good.
Okay.
Akiro. Where's Akiro? Akiro, are you there? Where's Akiro? Maybe I can ask Santos. Santos, how do we get 41.12?
I can't really explain.
You can't explain?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me explain it for you. What is pi? So first you have to use the formula. C equals to pi r plus 2r. What is the formula? Sorry, what is pi?
8.
3.1. What is pi? Pi is what? 3.14, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Good. And what is r?
8.
8 centimeters. Good. And so we have 3.14 times 8. Then we do 2 times r. What is r?
8.
R is 8. So we have 3.14 times 8, which gives us what?
25.12.
Good. 25.12. And then we have 2 times 8, which gives us what?
16.
16. Adding them together, we get
Oh,
41.12.
41.12 centimeters.
Good. Does that make sense?
That's all. Thank
Good.
you.
Okay, so let me give y'all one to do on your own. Let me give y'all one to do on your own. So let's say we have this one I want you to do on your own, and I want you to put the answer inside the chat, please. Again, do this one on your own and put the answer inside the chat so that I can see that you know what you're doing. So let me just move all this. There's Egypt.
Mr. Petit, we only write this in our book or do it in the chat also.
Yes, put the answer inside the chat. That's what I literally just said. Put the answer inside the chat. So let's say that we have something here. And let's say that this is going to be 5 centimeters. I want you to find the circumference of this semicircle where the radius is 5 centimeters. Again, find the circumference of the circle of the same circle of the semicircle rather, where the radius is 5 centimeters. All right, do that please and put your answer inside the chat. Again, find the circumference of the semicircle where the radius is 5 centimeters. Again, find the circumference of the circle where the radius is 5 centimeters. Do that for me, please. And once you're done, put your answer inside the chat. Samaya, are you there?
Pardon me?
Samaya, are you there? Hello, Samaya, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you working on number 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you send me your math notes already?
I need your number because my mommy went away and I don't have your number.
Okay, my number is 426 8891. So message me your notes. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. And Sam Charles, where's Sam Charles?
Yes, sir.
You working on number 2?
Yes, sir. I'm on it right now.
Okay, and Sabria, you finished with number 2?
I'm working on it right now.
Okay, she's working on it. Rashid, are you working on number 2? Where's Rashid?
Mr. Petit, you want to take a picture and send it to you?
No, I just
No,
want to, I just want to answer in the chat.
Oh, okay. All right.
Rashid, are you working on number 2? Korai,
Yes, sir.
are you working on number 2? Or you
Yes,
finished?
sir. Yes, sir.
You finished? Or are you working on it?
I reckon on it.
And Nevaeh, Wallace,
Yes, sir.
what are you working on?
Number 2.
What's so funny? Hello, Nevaeh, what's so funny? I don't understand why you're laughing. Nevaeh, have you sent in your work as yet for the marks?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You sent in the first ones?
Yes, sir.
And how did you do? Did you get them right or did you get them wrong?
Yes, I get them right.
Okay, so you're working on number 2 now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Nathan, where's Nathan?
Yes, sir.
What are you working on? Number 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, good. All right, so let's go. All right, anyone's finished with number 2? I would like to share the answer.
I would.
What you got? What y'all got?
I got 25.7.
25.70.
25.70. Y'all just saying that because everybody else say that, right?
No.
No,
I
I
just saying.
How did you get that if you didn't just say it? How did you get 25?
We add 15 plus 10. 15.70.
All right.
First 2 times 8.
So why are you using 8?
2 times 5, I mustn't say 8. First 2 times 5 is 10.
Okay, so we know that the circumference of the circle is what? Pi r plus what? 2r, right? What is r?
R is 5.
R
5 centimeters.
R is 5 centimeters, right? R is 5. Okay. R is 5 centimeters. And so that means that we're gonna have what? It's gonna be equal to
3.14 times.
3.14
Times 5.
3.14 times what?
5 times 5.
Times 5, right? All right, close bracket. Plus, what is 2 times r?
2 times 5.
2 times 5.
2 times 5, very good. Write this down, please, in your book. All right, so we have 3.5 times 5 plus 2 times 5. What do we do next?
Then you times 3.4 times 5.
You multiply 3.14 by what?
5.
By 5.
All right, and that gives you what?
15.7. 15.7.
Very good, I give you 15.7.
Plus 10.
15.70, right? Plus, what is 2 times 5?
10.
10,
So it's
very
plus
good.
10.
Very good, so it's plus 10. And so what does that mean that we have now? We have 15.7 plus 10, and what does that give us at the end? Give us what?
25.70.
25.70.
Very good. Now, a lot of y'all get this wrong because y'all didn't put centimeters. 25.70 centimeters. And that's how we do it. How many
But
persons?
25.7.
How many persons got 25.7, 25.70, same thing? How many persons got this right?
I did.
I did. I got it.
Okay, good.
I did.
How many persons want me to explain it again? Oh, anyone need me to explain it again? Is there anyone who need me to explain this again? All right, so that means that everybody got it. I need y'all to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, this last one. So in the last bit that we have, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. If you are not doing health science or general science, you can leave. But if you are doing health science or general science, you must stay back.
Yes, sir. You can send me the max note, please.
Why? What happened?
My everybody keep knocking out my computer on accident.
Okay. Do you know how to take a screenshot?
Yes, sir.
All right, take a screenshot of this.
There could be some slight intensification over the next day or two that will then follow by some weakening, as you can see on our graphics here. It will continue as a hurricane into
You finished with that?
I
sent a note. Good. You finished with this, Tanisha?
shift back towards the northwest as it will go to the east of Bermuda.
Yes, sir.
All right. I need, this is the next one. Take a picture of that.
Move inland and continues to weaken with produces some heavy.
When I need the first slide.
Okay.
The first slide.
Only the first slide. Okay, good. All right. So, if you're doing health science or general science, please stay back. If you are not, then you can leave. Please mute your mic because we don't want to have Basel Dean given the weather report.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
How do we know whether or not we're doing the next subject?
Health science or general science?
Yes, sir.
No, you're doing all the subjects, so you ain't gotta worry about that. Yeah, mommy wants you to do all the subjects, okay, Ajani?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's do health science. Give me one moment, please.
Sending it now, Mr. P.
Also, Mr. Petit, I wanted to say that I'll write down the general science notes since I'm not in health science.
All right, no problem. Okay, so let's begin with the health science. So the last thing we were doing in health science was it bacteria or viruses?
Bacteria.
No, it was not bacteria.
Virus.
It was what? Viruses. Very good. And what type of viruses we talked about on last week?
Pathogenic.
We talk about, well, all of them are pathogenic diseases, but what type of viruses we talked about?
HIV.
HIV. Very good. What else?
Influenza.
Influenza. And what else?
Coronavirus.
COVID-19.
Coronavirus. What else? We did corona, we did influenza, we did hepatitis. Now, if someone has yellowing of the skin and eyes, what do we call that?
Jaundice.
Jaundice.
Jaundice, very good. That's yellowing of the eye and skin, and that's because they have what? Which virus? Influenza, hepatitis, or HIV?
Included hepatitis.
Hepatitis, very good. Today we're going to be looking at another type of pathogenic disease, which is going to be fungi. So let's begin with that. The topic is, well, let's head up first. Tuesday the 24th of October. Tuesday the 24th of October, 2023. The subject is, of course, health science. And the topic is, again, pathogenic diseases, but we are looking at viruses. Not viruses, sorry. Fungi, pathogenic diseases. But in this case, we are looking at fungi. All right. All right, so when we look at fungi, right? A fungi, when it affects the body, right? So we have it listed as one of the pathogens, right? And when we have these fungi inside the body, what they do is that they can cause disease. And so we're gonna be looking at the effect that certain fungi have on the body. And so let's do that. So the first thing we're gonna look at is the pathogen. And we know the pathogen that we're gonna be looking at today is, we know that the pathogen that we're gonna be looking at is fungi. We also know that we have some examples of them, and we know that we're going to be talking about its effect on the body. All right, so the first example that we're going to be talking about is going to be tinea. And let me ask you a question. Anyone ever heard of ringworm? Right?
Yes, sir.
Ever heard of ringworm? Yeah, ringworm is caused. Ringworm is
I had it
caused.
before.
Anyone else ever had a ringworm before?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Erwin had a ringworm. Anyone else? Anyone else ever had
I
a ringworm?
think ringworm is caused by dirt.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Lavelle. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ringworm is actually caused by a fungi called tinea. And if you can't take the pictures, please close your eyes because these are gruesome pictures. Obviously, ringworm is not sightly. It's an unsightly thing. Go ahead.
I have a question. How you even catch ringworm?
How you catch ringworm? Remember, we talked about ringworm.
Dirt.
If you have unsanitary environment, right, then you can have it's a breeding ground for these fungi. So this is ringworm. Don't let it be on your head. That's even worse. All over your body. So this is caused by. Say it again.
Mr. Petit, I think you can take this off now.
If you can't
Mr.
take it,
Petit,
if you can't take it, close your eyes.
Mr. Petit, that happens a lot because I see children playing dirt and it ends up in the hair.
So very good. That's true. So that's why it's very important. That's why hygiene. I think the first thing we did is hygiene, because if you keep your environment sanitary and if you are sanitary and cleanly, then a lot of these things, it lowers your risk of getting them, right? So how does it affect the body? So this is commonly called ringworm, right? Ringed worm. But do you know that ringworm is not actually a worm? At all.
It's not.
No, it's not a worm. It's caused by a fungi. Ringworm is also contagious. All right. So that means if someone has a ringworm, they could spread it. So it is highly contagious and
That's
spread.
a shocker.
Yeah, and spread from skin to skin.
So Mr. Petit, so
Uh-huh.
that means that children is commonly get it because they always play like a dirty thing.
Yeah, dirty things and stuff like that.
They got to play dirt.
And so they could get it. That's one of the ways that you can get it. But once you get in contact with this fungi, then you can get it. And also, if you are touching and feeling someone who has it, and especially the spot where it is, it could transfer to you, right? Through sharing clothing or personal items. So if you know someone who have ringworm over their body and you're gonna use their shirt, or you're gonna use the same boxes that they were using or something like that, chances are you could also get it like that too. And persons who love pets, it can also be transferred from animals such as cats and dogs to humans. Okay. So
Mr. Petit, learning all of this making me want to become a germaphobe.
A germaphobe? You don't have to be afraid of germs. You just have to be careful. You know what I mean? Yes, go ahead.
So when the cats or the dog lick you, doesn't that mean it can transfer to you?
No. The dogs or cats have to have it first. So if they don't have it, then it can't affect you if they don't have it. See what I'm saying?
Think this could kill you?
Ringworm? No,
Yes.
people don't die from ringworm as a general rule. Typically, they get over it. I know a lot of persons who, there are a lot of persons who have ringworm. They start having ringworm and then they get over it. Stuff like that you get over. As a general rule. Candida. Now, Candida, I cannot show no pictures of this because this is a vaginal yeast infection. And obviously, I don't want to show no picture of that. But this is, it's caused by a fungi as well.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, I can't show no picture of that.
No, can't just get a show a picture with that.
Oh my God, y'all just going in my head. I ain't gonna lie, y'all going in my head just now.
Kaden, keep your head pure, and everyone else keep your head pure. All I said is a vaginal yeast infection.
I will, with the Lord.
All right. All right, Candida, often called vaginal yeast infection.
So Petit, all I see is thing on tongue.
Say it again.
I see is like whitish yellow stuff on tongue and rashes.
Oh, you looked it up? Oh boy, y'all know. It is caused by an imbalance of bacteria in the vagina or other diseases such as diabetes, so not only, so this is caused by a fungi, right? But if you have, say, if you have diabetes, it can lead to this as well. Now the symptoms that you can that categorizes candida would be persons have like a chalky discharge, like a chalky discharge from their particular area, right? And also it also smells, right? So it gives off a bad odor. So a yeast like odor comes from that particular area as well. And there's a lot of itching, all right? A lot of itching as well. So itching, soreness, irritation, okay? Of that area. And that's caused by what? This fungi, all right? So as we can see, like I told you before, pathogenic diseases are nothing to play with. I think we can talk about something else. I think we have chance for maybe we have chance for 2 more. Maybe we can talk about the plasmodium and we can talk about the worms. Okay, so let's look at them. So plasmodium. Remember we talk about plasmodium in general science, and we say plasmodium is a invertebrate that is a protozoa. When we talk about that, I don't know if y'all remember that. It's for those who did
No,
general science. Yeah, we talked about protozoa last week, and we mentioned plasmodium, and we say that plasmodium can cause what? Remember? Malaria.
Malaria.
Yeah, we said that. So, like I told you, for general science, if you're doing general science, you might as well do health science as well, because health science is a part of general science. And then we're gonna look at the worms as well, which is basically the same thing we're gonna be doing in general science, the worms.
Mr. Petit, you just hyped my mommy right up there now.
All right, so now, next up we have protozoan and plasmodium. So plasmodium is an example of protozoan. And by the way, how many cells does the protozoa have? Is it 5, 2, 3, or 1? How many cells does the protozoan have? Protozoa, how many cells does it have? One cell. Very good. So protozoan is a single cell organism. Okay. And so we can say that this organism causes the disease malaria. It is a pathogen that lives in female mosquitoes. And what do you think happened when it bites you?
They suck your blood.
You get stuck. And I could transfer the disease to
The
you.
chances you get dengue fever.
So it could transfer. So we call these mosquitoes, they are called vectors. And parasite. So when the mosquito, right? So you know they're flying about doing their business. And so when the mosquito feeds, it passes these pathogens, the same plasmodium, right? It passes these pathogens on to another, another organism.
Mr. Petit, fun fact. Do you know mosquitoes die when they have too much blood?
Oh, I didn't know that. Now there is no cure for malaria, only treatment. So imagine getting malaria from a mosquito and it can't be cured. Only thing you get is treatment for it. That's sad. All right, so be careful of those mosquitoes. Make sure, do the preventative methods to make sure that you don't have no mosquitoes in your backyard. Now, malaria, we can show malaria, this one. Like we say, it's caused by, it's caused by a mosquito. And so the mosquito carries this particular pathogen and then it affects you. So it affects your muscle, your headaches, you get high fever, back pain, a lot of sweating, blood in your stools, your spleen is enlarged, it causes you feel nausea, vomiting and abdominal pain. It is not good.
Oh, no.
This is not good.
Is it contagious?
Say it again.
Is it contagious?
Is it contagious? No. Remember, the mosquito does the spreading. So the mosquito transfers it from one thing to another.
I know mosquitoes was that deadly.
Yeah, mosquitoes don't play, especially when they but the mosquito have to be in contact with the malaria first. So if an environment doesn't have malaria, then obviously the mosquitoes can't spread it. So yeah, that's malaria. Now the last one is going to be, and then we're done. Finally, we're done with pathogenic diseases. I can't wait. The last one, the last part of pathogenic diseases is going to be worms. Worms.
Now I love them.
What? Jevin, I know you didn't say that.
What?
No, I mean like
No. I know what I heard. No. There's no way though. All right, so flatworms. What else? Roundworms. Go ahead. And what? Earthworms. Tapeworms. Go ahead. Someone have a question? Now, a lot of you in here might have worms. Now, do you know that worms is come out of people and worms actually live in a lot of people? You know that, right?
So
Yes, sir.
That's
when they like sweets, Mr. Petit.
That's literally true. That's literally true. And the worm is get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as you grow.
And you have to take it over the tissue. Come on.
And yeah, you take it could come out. Yeah, it could come on. If you go on a detox, you can get rid of the worms in your body. And they live in your digestive tract. So when you eat food and stuff like that,
could kill you.
Yeah, they can kill you as well. But they, yeah, go ahead.
Can your white blood cell fight them?
Your white blood's that's a parasite. So, white blood cells is like they there to fight off like, cell to cell, but it's like a whole, it's like a whole organism living inside you. Like, I mean, yeah, only so much your white blood cells could do, you know? So these parasites, right, can live. And let me just, we can't take it, close your eyes. So worms inside.
Mr. Petit,
Yeah.
do worms grow in your hair?
Grow in your hair?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait, let me just show this. This is worms inside someone's intestine. Sheesh. Let me just quickly move this because I don't want you all to have nightmares. But it is proof that they can live inside people. And they want to go right where the food is, all right? In your digestive tract. And so that means that they are living off of you, right? So these parasites can live in various different vertebrate animals. Now, if you want to get rid of them, obviously you have to go on a detox and stuff like that. And then they'll come out. Vertebrate animals usually in the digestive tract, where they deprive the host. Now the host, so when you maybe talk about the host, so you have the parasite and the host. The parasite takes stuff from the host. So that's how it works. So you have a host which takes in food, and then the parasite takes the food from the host. All right. So if a worm is inside of you, you are the host, and it's basically using you to get its food. Okay. So they usually, these parasites can live in different vertebrate animals, usually in the digestive tract, where they deprive the host of what? Of nutrients, causing
What is the
malnutrition. Malnutrition, say it again.
what is the host?
You are the host. The host is the person where they get the food from. So if they are inside a giraffe, the giraffe is the host. If they are inside of a deer, the deer is the host. If they are inside of a human, the human is the host. The host is whoever they getting the food from. Okay. Understand that, Jevin?
Yes, sir.
So causing intestinal blockages, stomach cramps, and what else? And severe weight loss. Okay. So that's about it for the pathogens. So today we learned about what is the name of the pathogen? Is it virus, bacteria, or protozoan or worms that causes ringworm? What is the name of the pathogen that causes ringworm? Is it fungi, bacteria, protozoan, or worms that causes
Fungi.
What is it?
Fungi.
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 Fungi. Very good. Okay. Once you finish with this, you can take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Waterfall. Where's waterfall? What disease does malaria? What pathogen causes malaria?
I can't
Protozoan?
Yes, sir.
The real one is Plasmodium, which in Plasmodium is a protozoan. All right.
Yes, sir.
Stene. Stene.
Yes, sir.
What causes vaginal yeast infection? Like what pathogen?
Candy.
Candida. All right. Santos. Where's Santos?
Yes, sir.
What is the name of the vector that carries what is the name of the vector that carries, what should I say? That carries, what's the name of the vector that carries or that spreads malaria? What is the name of the vector that carries or spreads malaria?
I don't know. Plus.
Like, no, like what animal spreads malaria?
Oh, mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes. Do you know that mosquito is a vector? As we call them, a vector. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Chardonnay.
Yes, sir.
Which one of these pathogenic diseases that we discussed today would you not want to have?
All.
Which one in particular? I want you to grade them in severity, like probably worms or ringworm or
I would probably avoid the Candida one.
Candida. Okay. All right. That's a good one. Anyone else? Which one would not want to have? Like definitely not.
Fungi.
Say it again.
Fungi.
The fungi. Okay. All right. A chiro. That's a chiro.
Sir?
Is there a cure for malaria?
Pardon me?
Is there a cure for malaria?
I'm not sure, but
Can you look at can you look at the notes? It's right there. Right there.
Mrs. Petit, that's what I don't want. Because that don't want
No cure.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is there a cure for malaria?
Oh, no, sir. No,
No.
sir. There's no cure, but there's treatment.
There's treatment. Good. Sabria?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of the pathogen that causes ringworm?
Fungi.
Fungi. The specific one.
Tinea.
Tinea, very good. And cori. Where's cori?
Yes, sir.
Are you write down my notes?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions on what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Namaya. Where's Namaya? Namaya, are you there? I can't have from Namaya. Nevaeh, are you there, Nevaeh? Nevaeh Wallace. Where's Nevaeh? Nevaeh, are you there? Nevaeh Wallace. I can't have from Nevaeh. Nathan, where's Nathan? Nathan X?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nathan.
Yes, sir.
What's the name of the pathogen that causes ringworm?
Pardon me?
What's the name of the pathogen that causes ringworm? Nathan, do you know? If you don't know, just tell me you don't know. I can't hear from Nathan. Nathan, are you there? Where's Nathan? Can't hear from Nathan.
Is it tight?
It's what?
Taina.
Tania. Okay, that's the that's a fungi. Latavia. Where's Latavia?
Right here.
Okay. Tell me, what causes malaria?
Plasmodium.
Plasmodium, very good. And Laverne Brown.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, can can cats and dogs pass ringworm to humans?
Yes, sir.
Good. And Malia role. Malia role. Where's Malia? Malia, are you there? Oh, I can't hear you, Malia. It's okay. For those who are done with the work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those who are done with the work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. For those who are finished with their work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those who are finished with their work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Kema.
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you done with writing the notes?
Yeah, almost finished.
All right. All right. Can we move from the slide or y'all still
Yeah, yes, sir.
all right. And Jevin, are you done with the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What? Anyways.
Anyone else finished with the slide before I move it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. Egypt, are you finished with the slide? Egypt, are you finished with the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Joseph, are you finished with the slide? Where's Joseph?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
is our science over?
Yes, we're gonna do general science right now. All right, so let's go ahead and do General science. All right, so general science, interestingly enough, it coincides with health science today. And so that's the interesting part about it today. There is a great degree of similarity in the things we're going to be doing. We're going to finish off, hopefully, our journey with invertebrates. And what did we say invertebrates was?
Animals with backbone.
Invertebrates. Invertebrates.
That's animal without backbone.
And animals without backbones. Very good. Okay, so these are what we call the invertebrates, animal without a backbone. All right. Now, so when we look at them, we have done many invertebrates inside this class. We talked about the arthropods, which stuff like your crab, your lobster, your shrimp, your mosquitoes, stuff like that. Then we talk about the mollusks, you know, we talk about the echinoderms, yeah, last week. We talk about the colenterate with like the jellyfish, the coral, you know. What we have to do today is we have to basically put an end to our journey with invertebrates, and we're going to deal with the different types of worms, the flatworms, roundworms, and segmented worms. And if we have time, we may have time to get into stuff that are neither plants nor animals. Okay, and so that'll be interesting to see how we dive into that, dealing with stuff that are neither plants nor animals. All right, and seeing how things unfold with that. And then we soon get into, you know, the plant section, because we've been talking a lot about animals, you know what I mean? But we got to get into the plants and talk about, you know, the soil and stuff like that and how things grow. So that's a good sneak peek. But today we're going to be finishing off invertebrates, and then we're going to see if we can get into maybe look at the fungus kingdom. I think that'll be good to look at, seeing that we talked about that in health science. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do finishing off the invertebrates, and then let's do fungus kingdom. I think those two will be good. So let's go. So today is Tuesday, the 24th of October. 2023. The subject is, of course, general science, the last subject for this evening. And the topic is we're going to end with worms, and then we're going to do worms and fungi. So we're going to end off our discussion with invertebrates tonight. So let's look at some examples of worms. So the first type of worms that we're going to be looking at would be worms that are segmented. All right, so we're going to look at segmented worms. So segmented worms are also known as annelids. That's another word for segmented worms, annelids. They have long bodies, long and segmented bodies, which are divided into rings. And so that's what we call segmented worms. Now, some examples of segmented worms would be your anyone ever heard about the earthworm?
Yeah.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah,
Bone,
earthworm.
Bones, right?
Earthworms. What else? Anyone ever heard about
Leaf.
tapeworm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, there's been animals.
Okay, tapeworm is not a segmented worm, but earthworm is a segmented worm. So we have ragworm, we have feather duster worm. And so those are some examples of your segmented worms. Now, when you see a segmented worm, what you expecting to see that will help you to know, hey, this is a segmented worm for you. Its body is divided into what?
Two.
Into segments. When we say segments, you understand what I mean by segments?
Like in sections.
In sections, very good. In sections. All right, so these are what we call the annelids. The
Excuse me.
annelids. Yes, sir.
Is leech type of worm?
Say it again.
Is leech a type of worm?
I'm not sure, you know. Segmented worms. All right, so let's look at their body. Oh, look at it. Yeah, leech is. It's actually a segmented worm. Okay, so look at their body. You see, it's divided into sections. Is a good one. There's another good one. They call them annelids. All right, segmented worms. Pretty interesting.
They look so scornful.
Yeah, people just eat these. You know, people just eat everything.
What? Chinese is eat them.
Chinese is eat anything.
Please do not speak about the Chinese on this platform like that. Maybe in private conversation we can give our opinions, but
Does one bite?
do they bite?
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What we do know is that they don't look good. So that's segmented worms. Next up we have the roundworms. All right, roundworms. Now roundworms, they are also known as what we call nematodes.
Mr. Petit, you could have at least advised to look away when you showed those pictures.
I would give
personally am very scared and terrified of worms.
Really? Wow.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. But I'm gonna give the advisory again. Please look away if you cannot tolerate the sight. Especially when we're dealing with these worms. So the roundworms are also called nematodes. They have a long, rounded body, and some are parasites. Now, when we say parasites, we talk about, that means that they live inside an organism, feeding from it and getting all the nutrients and stuff from that particular host, like we talk about in health science. Now, examples, right? Examples of roundworms include what we'd say the hookworm. Anyone ever heard about that? Hookworm, and
yes, sir.
The ascaris and the rootworm. Those are all examples of nematodes. All right, so let's take a look at them. They have a long, what's the difference between nematodes and annelids? Like, what's the difference between roundworms and segmented worms? What do you think is the difference?
They both worm.
I mean, the difference, not similarities, difference.
They both live in dirt.
They both live in dirt. I say difference.
Segmented worms is divided in rings.
Yeah.
And the round worms are round, like it's round and long.
Very good. Round and long.
My name is T. I wanted to ask you something.
Yes.
Do you happen to know a person named William A. Pratt?
William A. Pratt. I heard the name before.
Did you ever go to? Did you ever
All right.
attend conferences?
No.
You guys,
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm a
Hello, good afternoon. Good evening,
Good
sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a retired teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I used to teach at T.A. Thompson,
Okay.
PJC class.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
that's very good. I came from AF Hadley and also CW Sawyer. And so yes,
okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I
ma'am.
used to teach Bernard Petit and
Oh,
Jackson,
Bernard. I know Bernard. I know
and
Bernard.
Jackson Petit.
Oh, okay. They
They
probably
were whiz.
yes.
They were whiz.
Yes, ma'am.
Whiz.
Yes, ma'am.
When
And
any competition, I say, go for yourself, go.
yeah.
Excuse me. And
Yes,
they
ma'am.
everything,
Yes.
everything.
And they could draw too.
Oh, they can draw. They
Draw.
can draw.
Yeah, artists, yes.
I like when I had them in class when I went thing drawing the book because I'm a teacher, but
Yeah. The drawing, yeah, I understand. Yeah.
We used to teach at T.A. Thompson.
yes.
I go to T.A. Thompson.
Oh, Andrew, you go to T.A. Thompson?
Yes, sir.
Okay, look, there you have it, a T.A. Thompson student. But thank you for your service. We really appreciate you giving yourself to this nation. And so roundworms, nematodes. So the difference between them is that the roundworms, they are obviously round, and the nematodes, and the annelids, they are segmented. They are, like was said, they are broken into sections. So if you look at these, again, caution, you have the advisory, like make sure I look away if you can't take it. But look at their body, right? Look at the body of these, right? Look at it segmented. You can tell that's a nematode, that's a annelid. And
so
then
which one is a ragworm, rag and rootworm?
They are ragworms and rootworm. They are, like I say, they are roundworms, and I'm going to show you them right now. Roundworms, these ones, you can tell. Look, they smooth, very smooth. You see?
My God.
Yeah, they're smooth. So look away if you can. I mean, it ain't that bad. Look at their body. Like, it's incredibly smooth. And compared to the segmented worm, wherein the segmented worm, you know, its body is divided into parts. So this one is what kind of worm? This one right there. This one is a round worm.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Can we go back to the next water slide, please? On the notes.
I can.
Okay.
And this one is, which one is segmented and which one is round?
The yellow one and that one is
The yellow one is round and then the right one is segmented.
Very good. So this one right there is the round worm. You can tell it's smooth, clean cut. This one is segmented, divided into different sections and stuff.
That one look like a centipede.
It does. It does. Interestingly enough.
It looks spiky.
Yeah, it does. All right. Now let's move on to the last type, which is going to be the flatworms. The flatworms. Now, flatworms are also known as, now I want you all to try to pronounce this word. Oh boy. P-L-A-T-Y-H-E-L-M-I-N-T-H-E-S. How do you pronounce that?
Platyhelminths.
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 Say it again.
Platyhelminthes.
Platyhelminthes. Interesting.
Platyhelminthes.
Say it again. Someone is saying it. Say it again.
Platyhelminthes.
Okay, that's very close. Anyone else?
Platyhelminthes.
Platyhelminthes. Okay. Anyone else want to try? Thank you. Thank you.
Platyhelminthes. Or
Say it again.
Yes, bro.
Platyhelminthes.
Platyhelminthes.
Who said that?
Kevin.
Say it again.
Platyhelminthes.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Platyhelminthes. Very good. Platyhelminthes. That is the pronunciation of this word, platyhelminthes. And it means flatworm. Flatworm. So
What was it?
platyhelminthes. And it means flatworm. So there we have it. So they have longish and flat bodies. They mostly live in other organisms. And we call them parasites. Examples of flatworms are tapeworms and planaria. So tapeworms, like we said, can be inside the body. Flatworms can be inside the body, which in flatworms are tapeworms. And roundworms can be inside the body. Those can be inside the body, right? They can like we learned about in health science, they can be inside your body and exist. Go ahead, Jevin.
Since tapeworm is the end of body, does it like stick to you?
They are just like parasites. They feed off of the nutrients that you give them. So let's look at some flatworms and see how we got it. So flatworms, we have, oh, interesting. This one look colorful.
They actually look a little pretty.
I swear I look like a little sponge you put on my ear.
Oh, yeah, it does. They are flat, like the name is true. They are flat. Interesting.
Oh, boy, they're pretty.
I mean, true. They're the prettiest sets of worms, I guess. Okay, interesting.
It's pretty.
Platyhelminthes, yes.
They live in the water?
Yeah, they can be in water as well. You know, they say that they can be in the water or they can be in other organisms. It's a flatworm. Cool, pretty cool. Nice. If I see, I wouldn't even think that this is a worm. But it is. All right.
What they does? You find out what they does?
They feed off of, like I say, they're parasites. So they
I mean
feed.
the flatworm, the flat one.
Yes, flatworms, yes. They also feed off of other organisms. They are parasites too. The only one that doesn't live in the body would be the segmented worms. So we have 3 types: roundworms, segmented worms, and flatworms.
I only know about the rounds that being in the body. I don't know about the flat.
Yeah, flatworms also in the body as well.
What's
Now, segmented worms. All right.
Yes.
Now, please write this down. Once you're finished with this, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with your notes, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Korai, where's Korai? Annelids. What's another word for annelids?
Segmented worms.
Segmented worms, very good. And LeVar Brown. What is another word for nematodes? LeVar Brown, where are you?
Roundworms.
Roundworms, very good. Chardonnay, what's another word for flatworms?
Platyhelminthes.
Platyhelminthes. And Nathan Higgs. Nathan? Where's Nathan? Nathan Higgs, are you there? Can't hear from Nathan. Janelle, are you there?
Yes.
Give me an example of a flatworm.
Tapeworms.
Tapeworm, very good. Joseph. Joseph. Joseph, are you there? Give me an example. Give me an example of a roundworm.
Hookworm.
Hookworm. Do you have the notes? Pardon?
Yeah, I have the notes.
Who's here? Who name here?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent in the notes as yet?
I think I'm picture right now.
Okay. Aaron Claire, where's Aaron? Aaron Claire, where's Aaron? Aaron Claire, are you there? Where's Aaron? Can't hear from Aaron. Again, once you have taken a picture of your work, you can leave. If you have taken a picture of your work, you can go and send it to me.
Good night, Mr. Mathieu.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Again, once you've taken a picture of your work, you can leave.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Again, once you've taken a picture of your work, you can leave.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
All right, good night, Lavelle.